Hi guys, welcome back to my Crafty Corner. I'm Crafty Kara and I am here to update you on the state fair entries that I did a couple months ago. But um, wow, it doesn't seem like it's been that long. However, it's been a crazy summer, so I'm just gonna try to catch you up through summer real quick because I have a couple videos planned, but I want to at least tap in on why things are so crazy. Not that some of you might already know, because 4 kids, my life is already chaotic. First off, after summer started, it was already over. It seemed like my son turned the magical number 13, Elliot, and he went to an encampment for Civil Air Patrol. So that was at Camp Atterbury, if you guys know where that is. It is in southern Indiana. And he was there for an entire week doing some really neat things, really unique opportunities to be part of this program. And it's incorporated into our school's learning plan. So there was nine kids that went from our school, but it's kind of in other areas. I think it functions like a Boy Scout, Girl Scout kind of thing, where you meet at a meet weekly, but you still do the same activities. Ours, like I said, is incorporated into our school system. So that was an entire week while I went to StitchCon, which I will be updating about very soon. Also, after that, the girls are preparing for their cheer nationals. That was going to be in Myrtle Beach while we dealt with some sickness in the house. And going to Myrtle Beach was a 12-hour plus drive from where we live with 4 kids. And it was a trip. Definitely a trip. However, it was a blast. It was a lot of fun. Um, it was, if you're interested, it was the National Youth Association Athletic NYAA. It's like National Youth Athletics Association, I believe is what it stands for. It was held at Myrtle Beach. Our coach took 5 teams, 2 Division 4s, Division 5, 6, and a 7, and we all placed, which is really great. We had a 5th place. Elizabeth's team got a 3rd. They were really in a tough division, but we were really happy to take home that 3rd. Our coach also got her very first NYA win with her Division 6 team, which was so awesome to be a part of. And Emily, her team got first place too. We were shocked. We were in a very tough division as well, or a tough group, and to see those other teams compete, we had no idea that we were going to place first. So it was really fun to come home with a part of that win. So after that, then it's getting right back down into starting to get ready for school. I went to another retreat, Stitch Etc's retreat, with Stitching with the Housewives again. So I'll update you on that. While that was there, I was taking the stuff to the state fair. So that's kind of what I'm here for. But after that, it's been school. Craziness with school, and we started cheer up again this season. The girls are on the same team, so we have new teammates. We're really excited. This should be a good year. But again, here I am updating you on the state fair results. So if I remember right when I did my last video, because I didn't even double check, as I was telling you about what I was putting into the state fair, I was really hoping for certain placements for these beautiful pieces. So if you remember, this is Blackbird Designs Easter Pray. And I showed it to you while I was in the car, like that really cramped space. So, but still love it. I've gotten a lot of compliments on the blue. So anyone who's appreciated, thank you. It's meant a lot because it was not the first idea for me to do it on blue. But this brought home an honorable mention. So yay! Really happy that it's gotten recognized um, for for this finishing. I got check marks in all the excellent category, and said clever finishing or clever framing, something like that. So thank you very much. I didn't get to go to the state fair personally this year. Things were just too crazy. So I didn't get to see everyone's works in person, but I've been trying to follow up certain people. And here's my baby, Silent Night. This was one that if you were at the Stitch Etc. retreat, um, where I was nervously trying to update and see if they had said the results of this, and they finally updated, I think, on Friday. Yeah, Friday morning, and it got an honorable mention. Yay! I'll be honest, I was hoping for a little bit more. I mean, but I always know that when I see the other pieces or I hear about the other pieces, um, that I'm happy with what I've got. And just the fact that someone's recognized it enough where it got an honorable mention, I feel honored that it's been appreciated. So Ivana Pfeiffer, who entered the state fair as well, thank you, Ivana. Um, she pointed me to where I could see all the placements, and I think that's really great because if they have done it in the years past, I haven't found it. But this year, I find it really important. I'm not going to show all the names, but I have them all on this sheet. And again, there's only 4 classes for cross stitch. There's the small framing, medium framing, large framing, and housework category, which covers everything else. So it's still very vague. Um, but I did some numbers because I like numbers, because math, right? So I wanted to pull some numbers to give you guys an idea on Indiana's potential scoring, placement, however you want to see it. If you are in Indiana and you have considered or even thought about it, please enter the state fair. Because, I mean, the more you guys enter, the harder it is for me to get a ribbon. Did you see? However, out of 4 categories, there were 33 cross stitches entered. That's it. 33. Now, again, I don't know why it's only 33, if it's people had stuff in the county fairs, or if they're just not stitching as much because of COVID, or they're afraid of entering because of COVID, they're whatever. But 33 items, and I'm trying to picture even the items that were there last year, and I can't even see. I'm trying to picture 33, and I feel like there has been more in the past. So it doesn't seem like a lot. And out of those 33 entries, they were only entered by 18 people. 18 individuals entered the cross stitch portion of the Indiana State Fair. That's it. So, and I know, I mean, I have either contacted or have met 1, 2, 3 personally, and there's a 4th, and I've been able to find a few more. So, out of these 18 people, I already know some of them. So, I feel like I'm digressing, but I want more people to participate. If you didn't see the last video, there's an entry fee, which is usually between $30 and $50, depending on the time that you enter, and you get 6 free exhibitor tickets included. That covers really the cost of entering the fair, because those tickets go on sale for $14 a piece for a regular general admission. So yeah, consider that. Um, so again, 18 people total. So I did some more math that you had a 57% chance of getting a recognition. So I got honorable mention, so my things were one of the 57% chance of getting some kind of recognition. 33% of the ones that were entered received placement. 33%. So you had a 1 in 3 chance of coming home with a first, second, or third place ribbon. How do you like those odds right now? Now they could go down a little bit if more enter, but really, those odds are those are great odds. Those are not lottery odds. Plus, the more that we enter, it's very possible in the future they might expand the housewares category to include more specific things. I mean, I'm hoping that one year there'll be something for pillows or anything in a pillow shape. Um, or what was the other thing I was thinking of? If more stockings entered. Um, it, because again, my stuff is competing against very different things. And that's not that I'm trying to say like, oh, I want my stuff to be, no, it's just sometimes you just look at it and it's hard to compare a stocking to a pillow, in my opinion. But those are the categories we find ourselves in when there's only 33 entries. Um, but I am going to tag some of the people below in their, sorry, tag some of the people below um, that I have Instagrams or something for, because this is how I started to follow uh, us Hoosier Stitchers. So that's also the other hashtag that I'm using, Hoosier Stitchers with an S. Um, that way we can kind of band together a little bit more. Like Flosstube is great. We have all this connection across the world, but then I want to be able to connect with those of us who are a little bit more closer vicinity um, and doing things like this as well. Um, some of those people who won some ribbons, Karen, um, I'm not going to say her wrong, but I'm going to tag her down here. She's also on Instagram. I started talking to her a few years ago after seeing one of her first place finishes, and I was just intrigued and wanted to talk to her about how she works on things, how she finishes, and said one day I'm going to have a first place finish. Ivana Pfeiffer entered. She won second in a lot of her categories. Um, Jen Quilter, she's one of the Two Tall Stitchers. She entered 4 or 5 items. Um, Rosebud Stitcher entered some items. She also won. She won Best in Show, guys. So I was like, okay, you have to show what was Best in Show. Um, who else? I thought there was somebody else. There was another gentleman that I found through his wife's account. Um, he's first time entering. She entered things into, I want to say, the paper portion of the fair. But it's just nice to see more variety of who have entered. I've contacted another person via Facebook. So it was really interesting to see and just connect with some of these people. So if you knew somebody who won a ribbon that wasn't Karen, Vanna, or Carol, or Jennifer, there's somebody who won second place for the large frame, and actually the person who won first place for the household items. I haven't been able to contact them or see what that item was, but I was just interested. But if you are one of those people and somehow you're watching this, feel free to reach out. You can find me on Instagram, crafty.kara. I'll also link that below. But I just want to get in touch. I just think it's really neat to see those who have entered. But those are the results from the state fair, and I'm really happy with the results. I mean, at first, I've been honest. At first, I was slightly disappointed, but really, when you think about who I'm connecting with too, and that Vana entered the fair this year, really, it just added a lot to it. Um, so I've already discussed that. I'm looking at my list here. Oh, and like I said, you have to join next year if you're even considering it. Think about it. Trying to think of when it opens. April, May. It might open up in May, but I will try to keep anyone updated when I see that happens. Hi guys, sorry for the interruption. That little break has had everyone coming home from school the other day, and then I had a massive migraine yesterday. So here you get a whole new me. So what I was trying to say is that I started a brand new Etsy shop. Um, and I was going to show you a few of the things that I have in it. So bear with me as I locate some of them. This first one that I have to show you, it is my personal bag. So please do not judge if you see any cat hair on it, because it does. This tote bag here is available. It is a canvas, like a cotton canvas tote. Oh, see, look at that. It has been washed. I'll tell you, I've already washed it a couple times. So it washes really well. It has 2 large pockets. I'm trying to show you and hold it at the same time. There's decent pictures of it online. So it holds about 9 project bags. It's easy to go, travel, perfect. Really nice and thick too, so it's very durable. So that's available in my Etsy shop, which I've sold a few of those already. This is becoming one of my favorites. Is the polyester kind of canvas, so it's a little smaller. It's still easy travelable. Goodness, it holds about 6 project bags. Still the same glitter fun on it. And again, if you drink tea, you drink coffee, you don't even have to drink Starbucks. You still stitch a latte, right? I also have these little pouches that are wristlets. Perfect addition to either one of those totes, any of your other project bags. Perfect for small Mill Hill kits, small Lizzie Kates. Easy on the go, throw in your purse. Perfect for makeup if you wanted to do that as well. This is starting to collect on it. This is also like a cotton canvas. Okay. Other things I have available with the Stitch a Latte are the light color canvas, and it's more of a shimmer instead of a glitter, available, and this small one. And I want you to see the size comparison between. So this is really perfect for scissors, needles, your very small notions that, we have projects that have multiple, like a project that I have right now with this much floss is not going to fit in this bag, and it will fit in here though. So, options. The other Stitch a Latte things that I have, I love these. These are one of my favorites here. I have some floss tags that I made. They're in the shape, can you see? They're in the shape of the travel coffee mug. I'm going to turn around just so you can see the shape a little bit better. In the darkness behind me here. Yeah. All the light. So, but on the front, you will see the Stitch a Latte logo. Perfect addition to your projects. They're laminated so you can write on those. I like to, well, these aren't the ones, but I like to cut and tape some of the others on there. But you do what you need to do. I also have a floss ring. How cute is that? I love it. I love how this turned out. So those are my Stitch a Latte items. It's kind of my thing right now. Kind of my logo you'll see on my Instagram and a few other places as well. I'm only going to show you a couple of the designs of other floss straps that I have because I want you to go to Etsy and see them, because I feel like the pictures are much better there than what you're going to see here at the moment. I have some non-laminated floss straps in this shape, but you'll see this shape a lot of mine. You get the nice keyhole down here at the bottom for all your, your floss. But I have this, what I'm calling the waistline, because it looks like a perfect little waistline. That is good to hold your extra bits here. I was showing this earlier. And wrap it right around the middle. I know there's no teeth, like nothing to like groove to put it in, but it will stay, especially if you got several. Like this one, I can just grab and just wrap around the middle. I will probably tuck it. Yeah, much better. You can hardly see it on that one, but there. And well, there's another piece that needs to be cleaned up, but it makes it look a lot neater. You kind of know which bits to pull first. I also have earrings. I didn't even pull those out yet. I sell them on cards like this without this hole in it. So you get to turn these into floss straps when you buy instead of earrings from me. They come on a card that looks like this. And then you just punch a hole in the bottom and you got another floss strap ready to go. But I have a few colors available of this. I had them in different shapes for when I was at Stitching with the Housewives Retreat. I had them in like snowmen, stockings, Christmas tree. I think I cut a Christmas tree out. They were really fun. So look for these. But they're really thick, even though they're not laminated. They're super thick. Then I have sets that come in different varieties, whether they come with only one style, 2 patterns, or 4. This is my gingham gingham sunflower set. Look at that. I have them upside down, but how pretty are those? And you get a whole set. And they're ready to go. Like I said, these are laminated so you can write on them with a permanent marker and use a little, cotton swab and a rubbing alcohol and clean it up. But I also, like I said, I've cut out, and I don't have a kit handy, but I've cut out the crescent or Classic Colorworks. Just cut out the name and just take a little piece of tape on it. Whatever suits your fancy. So I have plenty of styles of these available. I have some earrings available. If I haven't posted those already, I will get those posted. You might have seen me wear them at StitchCon. I have scissors, I have spools, and I have these really funky needles that they're about the size of a needle, but the eye of the needle is humongous, but they're fun. If you want to look sharp, you will get these earrings. But I will also have more project bags in the future because over here is a bunch of fabric for me to sew. But I don't have any left. I mean, I don't have any project bags ready because I sold what I had at the Stitching with the Housewives retreat. So I gotta get rid of some of this stuff before I can make more. But I will link that my shop below, so please take a look. I also will tell you here, I'm not going to put it down below. If you have watched this far, I want you to know that I have a special code available for you. It's going to be available through September 21st. It is birthday, spell it all out, birthday 10. It's going to save you 10% off any purchase that's $10 or more. That's really going to help me out because August and September, we have a lot of birthdays in our family. Between my girls and my stepdaughters, that's 4 birthdays within barely a month. So now through September 21st, you can get 10% off $10 or more by using the code birthday10. Okay? The number 10. So spell it birthday and the number 10. Now, this is not Etsy, but if you saw me at StitchCon, I had a shirt. Actually, I was just wearing it between the interruption. Was my Stitch a Latte t-shirt. However, I didn't want to. I was told, I want to buy this, I want to buy this. I was freaking out about making maybe 100 plus shirts. So I decided, well, I'll just use a website. So I went to bonfire.com, which is very similar to Custom Ink and things like that. I put in the design, pick out some styles of shirts or whatnot, pick the pricing or help pick the pricing, and then it becomes available. You get to order it, you get to pick the color shirt or the style of shirt you want, and it will be shipped directly to you. The only thing, you might have to wait up to a couple weeks because, this runs in campaigns. So right now, this shirt, you see, my Stitch a Latte shirt. It's a really nice green. It looks so bright right now. The campaign ends tomorrow officially. However, it will start up again as soon as someone buys another shirt. So again, if the campaign ends tomorrow, which is the 27th, and somebody buys a shirt on the 28th, we have another 14 days that you can buy a shirt. You just might have to wait till the order's processed, until the order's done, and get it. But people are starting to get this, and it's really making me happy to see people wearing it, because as soon as I had a few people message me, so thank you for saying you got your shirt and then you liked it. But I was getting ready a couple Saturdays ago to go fundraise for my girls' cheer, and I see a post pop up on Facebook of someone's new YouTube video, and this is what I saw. Part of my shirt. And I was like, ah! It was Gary and Ronnie. Gary was wearing my shirt, and he showed it off, and I really, really, really thank you for not only buying it, but wearing it in your video. Just made my day. I made a little post about it, so go to Instagram, you'll see. But uh, it's really, these shirts are great quality. Like, he's not wrong. I had to order one myself because I really wanted to see how different it was from what I had available to me, like instantly to me. This is a V-neck. This is on the charcoal gray, and it really stands out really nice. It's really soft, and the design looks really good on here too. I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with it. So I hope that if you do order one, that you like it as well. If you do wear it, I would love to see you share it. So tag me, Crafty Kara, hashtag Crafty Kara, or even tag me at crafty.kara. Either one. Now, another shirt I wore at StitchCon was another shirt that I made. Long story short, sorry, my ear is itching. Hair. If it's not the nose itching, it's the hair getting everywhere else. I made a post in March about what StitchCon, like how would you describe StitchCon in one word? And I had a lot of people who responded. I had about 140 some responses. So thank you for everyone who took the time to respond. And I took all of those words, I tallied them up. The more that a word got a comment, the word got bigger, because I wanted to use every single word. And guess what? I used every single word that's on here. I didn't tell anybody about the shirt except for Stitching with Grammy saw it because I had to show her. I mentioned to Barbara Hills that I had a shirt that I designed, but I didn't want to surprise her necessarily, but she didn't see it. I just told her there was a shirt. I put on the shirt. I walked in day 2, and Pam stopped me in my tracks. She's like, "Turn around." I was like, "Yes, ma'am." Turned around, and she seemed really happy with the shirt. So thank you. Just the fact that it caught someone's attention immediately. Nothing can get by Pam. Nothing. So the words that you guys said, I'm going to just say a few of them before I show you. Friendship, togetherness, community, immersion, diversity, inclusion, inspirational, kindness, kinship, Pam and Steph, family, home, one of my favorites, surreal, connection, epic. These are just a few of the words that was mentioned. And there's only one word on here that has anything to do with stitching. So if that tells you what StitchCon really does mean to us, is that it's more than cross stitch. It's just a place where everyone comes together. And so if you were in Weekend B, you saw me wearing a shirt that was black. Maybe saw it. And I decided to change it to a colored shirt with a black writing. How fun is this? So this is the back. The reason I wanted it on the back is because I knew as we were going to be sitting at the tables, you're not going to see the front of their shirt unless they turn around. So I wanted it on the back of my shirt. So on the front, it says this, what StitchCon means to us. So this is available as well through bonfire.com. I will put the link below. Um, so you get to Stitch Latte is more on the black and the charcoal gray. This is on the fun colors. So there's the aqua colors. I think there's a fun green. I think I did a yellow. I think a red. I know I did a pink. I was looking at the colors that people are buying. This was very, very popular, as well as this nice bright pink. Um, yeah, kind of that color. It's just the first thing that was handy. But this, somebody had ordered this a second batch, and so this is available through September 15th. If you want to get it, I won't say now, but if you want to get it very soon, this is available through the 15th. So please, um, hop on, get one, wear it proudly, wear it at StitchCon if you get to go again next year, because you know it's only what, but another week or so before registration for that opens up again. So, yeah, I'll put that below. I have my Etsy shop below. You can find me at Instagram, crafty.kara. I'm in several of the cross stitching groups, so I'm sure you'll find me somehow. But if you have any other questions, let me know. I apologize for the interruption and seeing the whole new me, but it's what happens when the kids are in school and there's only so much time to get things done. Because yes, I'm going to be doing, on the weekends I do a lot of fundraising for my girls in cheer. I work at a local event center that may have, some football team. So I work there to earn some money for the girls to stay in their cheer program. So I'm always busy now with the weekend, and I might have some other opportunities coming up, stitching and non-stitching wise. So there are some really fun, exciting things down the road. I have some other videos planned. I'm going to be talking about StitchCon. Even though StitchCon happened in June, I want to discuss it because we need more. We just need more. And then I want to have another video about a Stitching with Housewives retreat because I caused a lot of trouble in there. No, not as much this time around, but it was still fun. It was a blast. And I have some other videos planned, but I wanted to really finish the state fair results and get that kind of put away, so I can put my pieces back up or away for a little bit. So I really appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging with me through all this craziness. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.